Hey, everybody, it's us. Hello.
Here.
Oh,
Hello, internet friends.
it's
It
me.
is normal, everyday players of
Kermit.
Dungeons and
It's good.
Dragons.
Yeah,
Nothing's changed.
buddy. Hi, buddy.
None of us are imposters from apparently Eastern Europe.
The part of me will be played by this bird.
Noises. Noises and audio has happened. Excellent. That means I can say the words that I say when the noise is happening.
Hey, don't eat my character sheet.
So I will do that thing. Hello, internet friends and webcomic fans. It's your friendly neighborhood dungeon biologist welcoming you to another episode of Trash Heroes, the Dungeons and Dragons stream where we recount the epic adventures of a wildly improbable collection of horrible creatures known as the Trash Heroes. Our players, as always, are a collection of wonderful internet artists who are very talented and have lots of cool things that you can see and participate in online. Check out the various links and social medias and so forth in the upper right hand of your screen. Some of the players are birds, in case you didn't know.
It's not the ones you expect.
Some are animations.
It's not the most obvious one, you know.
Yep.
No, no,
It's not the one with all the birds.
no.
And yeah,
I mean, one of
go
us is
in, like,
literally named Raven, so I have
join
suspicions.
everybody's.
Stop my con! Don't ruin my con!
Go and join everyone's Patreons and social medias, and otherwise support your local artists. And of course, there's a link for a Patreon in the description of the stream as well. And without further ado, I will introduce the characters. First of all, we have Keeper of the Vermin, Protector of the Trash Heap. It's Fetid Quaggle.
That's me. Hi.
Next up is the larger-than-life pit-fighting superstar that is Ugna Sugartusks.
You know what time it is? It's bone crushing time!
I had a suspicion. Next is the trickster, cleric, rogue baker, and all-around party animal Tromlin Darioles.
Up.
And there is, of course, the wild magic streaming sensation Morgan V. Sater.
Like, subscribe, and send me an e-transfer every week. Thank you!
And finally, our sweet old grandpa, who just happens to accidentally be an ancient warlock, Copernicus Sunshine.
Someone crushed my bones.
Oops.
When we last left our heroes, in case anyone forgot,
Oof.
yeah, some things happened first. We started with the end of the Elders' Council in the Northern Chillwinds tribe, where the party was discussing the situation in the north with Morgan's people and their leader, Grand Dame Oglaf Frostmaid, who happens to be Morgan's mother. The party had decided that they would make their move against the dark wizard Dracolich at the very lair of the Frost Wyrm, and thus spent some time gathering information before getting out there. Fetid scouted out the location using beast senses and an Arctic turn.
Several turns.
The
Backstreet
tribal
Boys.
shaman cast a divination. The answer to the divination, which was how to stop Gracchus's ritual, was break the chains, open the cage, she must be free. And Fetid, of course, spotted the expansive camp of the Black Ice tribe, which is the ice skating hockey barbarians. He also witnessed the lair itself and saw the barbarians leaving freshly killed captives as tribute, which were pulled into piles of dead by creeping ghouls.
Not great.
Copernicus contacted another plane to converse with strange intelligences from beyond. And through that, you learned a number of things. That there was a hidden secret way into the lair from below. The keystone of the ritual was something called Devourer. The thing that would need to be destroyed was, in fact, that Devourer to free the incapacitated Frost Wyrm and end the ritual. The greatest weakness was determined to be clergy. And the unexpected thing that the party would encounter was undead. And all of this has been coming sharply into focus. The party went out to the camp to see if they went out into the Chillwinds camp to see if they could find whoever summoned the Face Spirit that was spying on them earlier. Morgan found a changeling using a gem of true seeing. You guys captured the creature, questioned it using detect thoughts, and learned who the infiltrators are, and who the tribal leader of the Black Eyes tribe who is reported to. And it turns out his name is Pain Great Sky. And
Not so
after
great
seeing
Call
guy.
him the Great
yeah,
One.
exactly, they do call him the Great One. He just has so many assists. He helps other barbarians kill their targets. That's what I meant. So after seeing to the execution of this changeling and sending a summoned face spirit with some disinformation, the group took a long rest. So thankfully, you were all at full power going to the cave. Fetid spied on the cave and watched as Graculus left and flew north right at dusk, and you decided therefore to enter the cave at first light, knowing that there might be some undead around. The tribal druids created a storm in the north, which will hopefully prevent Graculus from coming back too early. And the warriors of the Chillwinds went to attack the ice barbarians and distract them. So just remember that stuff's all still going on. Meanwhile, the rest of you found the underground tunnel, entered into the cavern of the Frost Wyrm, and just encountered the giant Devourer, a huge clawed undead with a pale white-haired woman trapped inside its rib cage, which you have deduced is the Frost Wyrm. It unfortunately overheard you guys sneaking up on it, and we went into initiative. I've got the initiative order. Ugna has already gone. Ugna unleashed an absolute fury of blows on this thing, did over 100 points of damage, and we ended when the badly injured Devourer paused and absorbed energy from various disintegrating skeletons and healed itself up to full health.
I think I went, oh, we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That was my turn.
I'm suddenly glad I turned that entire pile.
Oh god, yes.
Yes. So the pile of undead that you guys were encountering as you first came in have all been destroyed by Tromlin. And I will say that there's lots of bones here. Like this is like an ancient lair of the Frost Wyrm, so there's plenty of moldering dead. But because so much of it is like completely separated individual bones that have no integrity to them anymore, or are completely moldering and disintegrating, only maybe 10% of the remains in this cavern are actually animated dead.
Still a lot of bones, though.
Yes, it is a lot. One big pile of them have been disintegrated by Tromlin's Destroy Undead ability, and then a bunch more that were around the feet of the Devourer have been absorbed. He had to absorb 9 of them in order to get all his hit points back.
Like a bitch.
Yep. So that puts us at the second from the top of the round, which is Tromlin.
Okay, so I have a couple questions where I go. First off, all right, you said the ribs are a spiked cage. Are the spikes on the outside or inside?
Mostly on the outside. The space on the inside is limited, and basically the white-haired woman inside, who barely looks conscious, if at all, is sort of slumped against the spine at the back, and there are like tendrils, like parts of a spinal cord, coming out of the spine and making chains of bone that wrap around her wrists. But otherwise, there's no torturing inside. You can see her body looks somewhat like ravaged, like she's got like what looks like rot on her in various places,
Gotcha.
like she's being slowly decomposed.
That's not
All
good.
right. Second question: is there room for me in the cage as well?
No, there would not.
Someone's just gonna get straight to the seduction.
No, I was going to Misty step inside him and start guiding, bolting him from inside.
Ooh, nice.
Also a valid strategy.
Yeah.
Alina, did you grab the picture?
No, but I can.
Yeah, I posted
It's just-
it in general
Okay,
last
cool.
time.
Let me try and grab that. I'm gonna put us on the maps section because the screen will flicker briefly when I go to our other channel.
Yep.
Anyway, have a map. I'll zoom in on where we are.
Cool.
Let's see.
Beating my
Yeah, and then
mouse.
you can just have a look at what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm kind of picturing it a little bit bigger than this. The one you guys are fighting here is
There we go.
huge size, whereas the one shown is large size.
I just want to say,
Great.
ew.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Big
It's-
ugly baby man.
Ew.
It's a nasty dude.
It's a Reddit poster.
Yeah, so a
Gross.
bit larger than that, because this is a huge size rather than large size creature, so that the person inside is fully inside. But yeah, not a lot of room in there.
Okay, no, I thought I'd ask.
So the
Nope.
spikes are not pointing into her.
No,
where
it's
she
just
is.
the
Okay.
the thing is its skin is like drawn onto it, and it has like bony spikes all over its skeleton that are kind of stick out.
Gross.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to be tackled by this thing
Gotcha.
for a lot of
I mean,
reasons.
I will remember that.
Yeah. I mean,
I
some of us
have
are
a
into
feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling that one of us is gonna grapple it anyways. But
It's
Yeah, I wonder
kind
who-
of my thing.
You think that? That's not a thing that ever happens.
Okay, well, I'm going to guiding bolt it at 3rd level.
That sounds like a good plan. Kazorch.
Hold on, 1d20 plus 7.
Indeed.
Oh, nice. I got a 19, so that's a 26.
Oh
That'll
yeah.
do it. It has an armor class of 18.
So he's about to get 66 of radiant damage.
fuck yeah.
I hope it hurts, because he's a douchebag.
Indeed. And Radiant is one of the things he has no resistance to.
Nice.
20 even.
20 points of damage. Nice.
Yep.
Zorch. His undead flesh scorches under the holy light of Njord, who I believe
And
is the
then
god you're currently worshipping.
To step back behind Ugna so I can do healing.
So Ugna has already closed with this thing.
All right, I'm going to move up to be not in his reach, but in reach that I can get to Ugna if I have to.
Sounds good.
Suppose you could always send a monkey if you needed to.
Can, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also know that when
Okay.
Ugna's fought with you nearby before, she will often swoop in to take the hits that you would have taken instead.
Yeah.
That's my
Hopefully that-
thing. It's a
You
thing that I
guys,
do.
you guys have that trick.
Yep.
You can Ugna can full on swap places with you as a reaction.
Yep.
You've done that in the past.
And intercept incoming shots to take some of the damage.
Okay. Next up is the Devourer. So you guys were originally far enough away from it that it took all of your movement, Alina, to get up to it and attack.
Yeah.
I think actually we said it was further away than that. I think originally it was asked how far away it was. I said 50, but then we had you attack in one round. So we'll
Did it
just
go already?
pretend
Because
that
it
didn't happen.
absorbed all the undead. Or are we on a new round?
It has no. That was a reaction from
Oh,
it.
wow.
The only
Ugh.
thing that had happened this round
Yikes.
was Ugna's turn. That's it.
Right.
So Ugna went on 18. Trauma went on 15. Now on 14, the Devourer goes, and then Copernicus goes. So the Devourer is going to. You get a whole lot of damage to it before, and it knows it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to not hold. It has a certain trick that it theoretically could hold on to that might be more effective later, but I don't think it's going to wait. So what you see happens is the white-haired woman inside the cage, who almost looks unconscious, but now she wrenches and twists her body in apparent pain. You see a white light just blaze out of her eyes, and then the energy from her body draws up and becomes black and veined as it draws up into the body of the Devourer, and then the Devourer opens its mouth and screams.
Cool.
And there is a wave of incredible cold that emanates from its body. So I'm going to decide
As
where
though
this
the Devourer stole a dragon's breath weapon? Maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe?
sort of. Although it doesn't take that exact effect. 20-foot radius centered on itself. So this is only going to hit Ugna and Tromlin.
Sorry, Tromlin.
No
No,
one else has
fine.
gotten close enough yet.
Risk.
So I need Constitution saving throws.
Yep. I would also like to use my intercept to reduce Tromlin's damage by 1d10 plus 3.
You can do that, but
All right.
do this roll first.
Constitution?
Yes.
12 plus 6, 18.
That is the target.
Phew!
So you just make it.
Oh
You will
boy.
take half damage. Tromlin.
It's the Constitution save, you said?
Yep.
All right, that's not my best saving throw.
Well, I will point out you're full up on inspirations, so this may be a good place to use one.
Doesn't need it. I got 16 on the dot,
Oh,
so it's
nice.
a 17.
Nice.
17 isn't
18?
good enough. It's an 18.
Oh, it's not? I guess I'll use the inspiration.
Yep.
I don't know if you'll
Alright,
roll
we'll
better
see.
than that, though.
It didn't do better.
Didn't think so.
Oh, wow.
I rolled
Okay.
a 1.
Ooh.
Hey,
Okay, so
don't talk about my dandruff on stream. That's so mean.
What?
Peek. I need something better for you to bite than my character sheet. I will be right back.
Oh no, Pico has discovered the joys of biting paper.
Yeah. Here.
This is a problem.
Please chew on a chopstick instead of my paper.
I believe out there is already an entrepreneur of a bird that creates just a bunch of shreds and they sell the artisanal confetti
Amazing.
that is made by a bird.
Amazing.
I think that already exists out there. If not, you're welcome.
Okay, so that is 45 points of damage.
Wolf.
That is going to drop Tromlin.
Yep, I'm out.
Half
I
Half
am
that
going
damage.
to reduce him
Oh,
by
wait.
1d10 plus 3.
That's right.
So I'm going to roll 1d10.
And that's just a straight damage
That's
reduction.
just straight
isn't it?
damage reduction as I put myself in the way and intercept some of what was going
Some
that
of
way.
the wave of cold.
That's
Yep.
only a 5 plus 3 is 8. Hopefully that's enough.
That'll still keep him up.
Ooh.
So Tromlin takes 37 points of damage.
I am at 1 hit point.
Oh my god. Sorry,
Oh, did you
Tromlin.
already have some damage from before?
No, I only have 38 max hit points.
Yee.
You're probably using an old version of your character sheet then, because I've got 43.
Okay, well then, never mind. I guess I'm wrong. I've been going with 38 for a while.
What was the
So
full damage like?
43.
43?
The full damage was 45, so you'll
45,
take half
yeah.
that rounding up.
Cool.
So you'll take 23 points of damage.
23.
And Tromlin takes 38, which leaves him with 5 hit points.
Yay!
Woo.
Yay.
Or sorry, 37. Math.
Remember how we forgot that this is a game and didn't think to buy potions anytime we were somewhere we could buy potions? Because we were
Right.
just like,
I
Now,
have
because
one.
we
There's
were
still a
like,
couple still a couple healing potions left
I
in the
have one
party.
healing potion.
I don't remember who has the other one.
because we were like, sure, we're all magical weirdos,
I mean,
but we're real.
It's only
And
2d4
healing
plus
potions
2.
are video. Healing potions are like video game things, not like a D&D thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
we all got one potion, and then
Yeah.
Raven has 2. Is that what it was? Or rather, Morgan has 2.
I think I was given.
I don't think it was that many.
I think
I
we
was
was
given-
we got a lucky roll for how. I think we did get a lucky roll for how many.
I thought there was 4 in total, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought everyone got one except Tromlin because he has all the healing spells.
Yeah.
Right.
That make
That would
sense.
track.
Oh yeah, I have listed here 2 potions, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so there was 5 then, not 4. All right.
Okay.
I see.
Because I
Um,
can run around as
Yep.
well. That was why
Yeah.
I'm given more than one.
The very first blast takes out our healer, and we're like, oh god. Oh
Yeah, I
no.
think you rolled.
Okay.
I think you rolled 2d4 for the number of potions as well,
Right.
and we just got very lucky with the roll.
Those are reactions.
How before absolutely nothing happens because we roll this fight. How would I? Is it an object interaction to administer like for a healing potion?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, to administer a healing potion
Yeah.
to someone. If they are conscious, you can just hand it to them. In which
Okay.
case, they can drink it with a bonus action.
Okay.
If they're unconscious and you're trying to administer it to them, I believe it takes a full action because you got to
Okay.
kind of maneuver them around and.
I know this
and
is
so
a very slutty ask, but can I feed a potion to somebody
You can
as if
potentially do so on
we
your
are
turn.
at shots night? And if is that an action or object interaction or?
Are we gonna do body shot healing potions?
Yes, we are. Okay, if I
Amazing.
can do it, I will
We'll
do
have to
it.
wait a bit because it is Copernicus's turn.
Okay.
All right.
I would like a perception check from Copernicus before you go any further.
Sure.
Grandpa Perny also doing body shots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is this about the horde of skeletons coming up on my back?
Probably.
I'll do a keg
Oh.
stand on a keg made of blood.
The curse of last session's shitty rolls has not been broken.
Oh, great.
Hang on a second. There is something else that happens before your turn. That happens at the end of its turn.
Instead of a funnel and hose, it's literally some creature's bladder.
So there are a couple of skeletons left relatively near to the Devourer, and those skeletons are able to move and take an attack on the Devourer's turn as a reaction, which they will do.
Cool.
And the nearest target would be Ugna. So Ugna,
yeah.
2 skeletons
That's cool.
are attempting to target. One of them with disadvantage because it's only got partial skeleton. Not going to come close. My rolls were almost identical, but they were a 6 and a 7, and I don't think they're going to have enough bonuses to hit your armor class. The other one is going to hit you. 19 on the die. So you are hit by a skeleton with a meager weapon. You take 4 points of damage.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my silvery barbs for the big guy.
Oh yeah, I would save silvery
Absolutely.
barbs for not the skeleton attacks,
I
but
could
rather
take
for
4 hit point damage all day. That's fine.
and now it is Copernicus's turn.
So, Fernie, I think, is very torn between wanting to death ward his Grand Nugget and realizing that he can stop this thing from healing if he just hits it with a cantrip. That's chill touch prevents healing.
Do that. Do that.
I want to point out though, you made a pretty spectacular Arcana check. When this thing regains hit points from absorbing undead, you don't think that's healing. Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to just double check the exact wording of chill touch.
Sure.
But I don't think it prevents all gaining of hit points. No, you can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Mhm.
Although, hang on, is this thing immune to necrotic? I don't think so. Let me just double check.
I mean, even if it is,
It
I
is
would
not.
still do it just to prevent it from regaining hit points. I think that would still be worth it. Okay.
If it was
Purdy's-
immune to necrotic, I would probably say it wouldn't work just because it's based on the necrotic attack, but it's not, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So
Then I'm
that is
gonna-
not a bad thing to do, although you
I
do
think I'm
have to
gonna
make a successful hit to do that.
Yeah, and I think I will make it. I mean, it's a dice roll on this, but I think I am going to
Yeah.
make it a stunning, an agonizing for the stun and the extra damage just in case.
Okay.
All right, cracking up the metal dice because the acrylics aren't rolling great today. My mana ore
Go for it.
die.
Ooh.
Very pretty. I've broken
love
it
that one.
before.
Oh, also, did you make the perception check?
I
asked?
did. It was a 7.
Oh, then don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Something's happening. I don't know.
I'm not
Probably
worried.
fine.
Okay.
AC 18.
Okay. And then my normal spell attack bonus is a +8 for chill touch, but it's an extra +2 with the Pact of the Rod, or Rod of the Pact
I
Keeper.
think that +2 might. I think that's already in there. Let me just double check.
Pact of the Rod Keeper is written on this sheet, and the number +8 is printed. So I added the Rod Keeper afterwards for this
Why
one.
are you plus? So I have +7, and then Pact of the Rod of the Pack Keeper on top of that.
I don't know when I printed this one, but I printed it directly. Like I don't edit the files before I
Right.
print them.
Because it should be 7. I don't know what else you would have to give you a +1. Because it's basically your spellcasting bonus, which is charisma, and your proficiency bonus. So that's
Okay.
4 and 3. So it should be 7, and then 2 for the Rod of the Pack Keeper.
Oh, I wonder if it has me somehow casting with the Ritual Dagger, because it's an arcane focus, and that would give me maybe that is what's giving me the +1 there.
Well,
but,
if that's the case, then it's one
no,
or the
wouldn't-
other,
wouldn't-
right?
Yeah, wouldn't be
So-
cumulative.
But plus
Okay.
9 is still pretty damn good. So
Okay, so 19 to hit.
so you rolled 19 total, so that will
Yeah.
hit. Excellent. So that will in fact prevent it from regaining any hit points
Ooh.
until your
Alright.
next turn, which is a really, really smart thing to do.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
figure it's the best thing I can do
Chill
for the party
touch.
here. All right.
Yep.
And rolling 2d8 damage. Ooh, terrible. So that's 3 on 2d8 plus.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and I was getting +1 to necrotic, but to the necrotic damage there, but I think that was from the ritual dagger, so I don't get that when I'm using Pact of the Rod Keeper. So it's just the flat 3 plus the agonizing is another 4, so that's 7.
7
Except-
damage, but also it has to save versus stun, right?
Yeah, save versus stun.
What's the saving? Is it just your DC? Your
I
spell
believe
DC?
it is my spell save DC, which is 17, but let me
Oh.
just confirm that.
I'm looking at Tromlin's sheet, which was very confusing. There we go. I forgot you here. So it is. Yeah, it's just your spell save DC. It made that then.
Okay.
I have a 15 on the
Um,
die, and it would need a +2 to make that. So
Yeah.
it did.
Okay.
What was the damage?
It was 7.
7.
Very unfortunate roll, but I'll take it. And then there's really not too much else. Oh, you know what I should have done first, and what I will do now is a distracting intrusion.
Ooh.
Sure. I will make the saving throw for the distracting intrusion. I rolled a 12 on the die. What's your? I know it's lower than your normal.
It says
DC 15.
Yeah.
Then what is it? It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Just double checking. I can't remember if these guys have shitty wisdom. They do.
Ooh. Turn around.
Yeah, he fails.
Yes. See, if I'd done that beforehand, I might have still gotten that stun off. But I will take. This was a good turn. No, it was a good turn.
Yeah.
Nope. Solid
Connie's
strategy.
got very good bonuses though, so that may not have been the case.
So it has disadvantage on attacks and saves until my next turn,
Yep.
and
Nice.
cannot regain
So
hit points.
this was a very effective turn for you because this thing now has disadvantage on attacks and saves and cannot regain hit points until your next turn.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Do that every
Very
time.
nice.
And I think Fernie yells out, "There's only room for one weird bony dude in this cave," as he throws the chill hand at it. And then I'm
Various
gonna,
skeletal hands give you the finger.
I mean, I deserve it. And then I've got my reaction up. So if he does anything that counts as a spell that could be counterspelled, let me know. But I think that's the end of my use right now.
Sounds good. Right. Next up is Fetid.
All right.
I would like a
refresh my memory.
perception
What did I
check
do
from you,
last
Freddie.
round? I went.
You haven't gone yet because
I
the
haven't
combat
gone yet,
started
okay.
and the only thing that happened was Ugna.
Yeah. All right.
But I'd like a perception check from you before anything else.
Perception, you said?
Yep, because you're an alert little guy.
Bring up the character sheet. Instead, bring up my character sheet. There it is. That's not terrible. That is an 18.
Oh, that's a tie.
Ooh. Turn around.
I will give you some partial information. So, as you're trying to decide what to do, you thought you saw something moving in the shadows at the far side of the cavern,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
like circling
Um,
around the fight.
Mm-hmm. Uh, do I have to target something I can see to fairy fire it, or can I just kind of like huck a
No.
fairy fire in a direction?
No, fairy fire is something you put in an area
All right.
and automatically affects everything in it. Or I think there's a saving throw, but yeah, you don't have to.
All right.
Like if you suspect that there are invisible critters in a you're going to a glade and you have weird
Yeah.
curses happen. There's pixies in here. You can blanket it with this 20-foot cube, and then all the pixies are fairy fired.
All right. I would like to shoot some fairy fire over there to see if I can figure out what I think I just saw.
Excellent. Just double checking the range from where you are. 60-foot range. You can do that within your movement. You'll have to move a little closer
I will
to
do
that,
so then.
but you can do that.
That is okay.
You have enough movement to do that. So yes, you can indeed. And then you're just going to drop the 20-foot cube, like roughly where you saw that.
Yeah, in that general vicinity.
Dex save it gets. All right, I will roll this dex save. Just double checking what its dex save is. +3. That's a total of 13, and you definitely have a better spell save DC than that. So, you can clearly see the outline of a humanoid figure. That because it's outlined, you can now kind of see that it sort of is made of shadow, or it is a shadow. It's within the shadows, but it is a shadowy form of its own.
Okay.
But it is now clearly outlined for all to see, as it was attempting to stealth with a very high stealth. It has a +11 stealth, but it was not sufficient.
Well. All right.
There's a thing over there.
I'm gonna say, hey, there's this fucker over there. What is fairy fire? An
Amazing.
action or a bonus action?
I think that involves a spell cast action. Yeah, one action. So that
All right.
takes your action to do that.
But Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, right?
Yep, you can
All right,
Hunter's
I'm
Mark,
gonna-
or you could prep your weapon for poison damage.
I'm gonna mark him to start. And
Okay.
Leave it at
The shadow guy or the
shadow guy.
big guy. Okay. Shadow guy is marked. Next
Sneaky
up
bee,
is
sneaky.
Morgan.
I got a question for you, chat, and by chat I mean DM. Can I twinned haste? It's
I
concentration
don't
though.
Think so, because
I don't think
twinned,
I think because it's concentration, no.
but also I think twinned spells are supposed to be spells that have more than one target to begin with. Let me double check.
Well, specifically so you can do something with more than one target.
Yeah, but I think
When you target cast a
Yeah,
spell that
no.
targets only one creature and does not have a range of self, you can spend the number of sorcery points equal to
Gotcha.
the spell's level to target a second creature in range with the same spell. The spell must be incapable of targeting more than one creature at the spell's current level. It doesn't say anything about concentration, and it is
No,
second
you
target
can
if one
totally use it on-
casting. Yeah.
So yes, you can totally twin haste.
Okay.
Sick.
I was thinking of twinning haste for Ugna and Tromlin. I do want like player permission though, because if I lose concentration, you lose a round.
Yeah.
You have my permission. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
You will have
I'm
to
all
get
good, too.
closer because the
Yeah.
range of
Right.
that spell is only 30 feet. So you're going to have to move
Can
partly
I
towards this guy.
extend spell? And here's the thing: getting closer mean okay. Do I have to stay close?
No, you just have to get
Okay.
you have to be within 30 feet of the people you cast the spell on, and then you have to concentrate on it.
Mm.
I don't see no. There's no. You don't have to stay within range
Okay.
to maintain it. I don't think. I don't see why you'd have to.
Okay. Because if that is the case, I'm gonna be going in and dipping the fuck out because I don't want to lose concentration.
So
We'll
you'll
be
use
getting back
probably
to.
about. You'll use probably 2/3 of your movement to get into position, cast the spell, and then use the remaining third to back off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sounds
I think
good.
that's what I will do. So that will be. This is a level 3 spell.
You're just gonna
So that's
go in
going to
and
be. How many sorcery points? It's going to be. Just 3, or is
Actually,
it 2
how
per?
far? Oh,
Twinned
how
is
far
spend-
away from them do you want to get? Because you can also Misty Step. That's a bonus action. It doesn't mess with concentration.
Isn't Misty Step also something I can use as a reaction if something?
No, it's a bonus
Okay.
action.
Okay.
Because you're not using your bonus action, you could move in, cast this spell, and then move 10 feet away, and then Misty Step with your bonus action to be even further away.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll do that.
And then sort of put yourself in cover or something and
Yeah.
be...
Spells equal to level. So only 3 sorcery points. But let me mark it down. Okay.
Sounds good.
Um,
Good. That's only 3 because you guys got a long rest, so you're full up.
yeah,
but-
yeah. Twinned haste.
Okay, so
All
just so
right,
that
so-
you know what
Yeah,
that
so-
does. So that for Tromlin and Ugna, your speed is doubled. You have a +2 to AC. You have advantage on dex saves, and you get an extra action on your turns.
Nice.
The extra action can only
Yeah.
be used to attack,
Nice.
dash, disengage,
Yeah.
hide, or use an object. That's
So,
quite a lot.
yeah.
That's real good.
So Morgan's gonna go up, go in, go, hey, pop open her thing. Welcome. Mm-hmm. And then she'll get the fuck out of there because she's
Then
like,
peace
no,
out.
you guys do this.
Burst of
You
purple
come in.
mist.
You sprinkle us with some espresso bean powder, and then you're out.
Yep.
Give you a little wink, wink. You got this. I don't have enough for
I'm-
guidance. Sorry. And then
I
dipping.
rolled for wild magic, and you did not get a wild magic.
Okay.
Ooh.
Whew.
I mean, sometimes wild magic effect is good. So
Yeah. I'm getting pretty short though. Not used to being a short king, so.
okay, so where's the healing thing?
Is there anywhere I can Misty Step to like hide? Because
You can get partial cover. You can't fully hide because that would
Okay.
require an action, but you can get cover.
Yeah.
Right. That's a reaction. Okay. So, next up is. Oh, right. I was like, what's you? Oh, that's the undead. I was like, who's you? None of you guys start with a U? I don't understand. Okay, so the thing, Fetid, that you have outlined in Fairy Fire ceases to try sneaking because it now notices that it is covered in Fairy Fire, which is just, kind of an obvious
Fair.
thing. And so instead, it is going to leave the shadows and come screaming towards you. As it leaves the shadow and kind of becomes more corporeal, it is a rotting, naked man with no hair and missing teeth and pieces of skin missing. But it has this long, black, snake-like tongue that's longer than its entire body. That's thrashing around in front of it, and its clawed fingers are reaching towards you, and shadows trail from it as it moves fairly quickly. It moves 40, which is not enough to quite get to where you are, because you were just within range of Fairy Fire, which is 60. Yeah, that's it. That's all. It's gonna actually come right up, like it's gonna do a dash basically with its action. So it comes screeching up the slope towards you, with its like hands outstretched. Basically, it's like on top of you, but it can't actually do any attacks or anything because
Okay.
it had to use its action to dash.
Okay.
But it's like right on top of you.
That's rude.
It is.
A couple of random skeletons are the ones that are by Ugna are attacking again. Neither of them gets past your armor class, so ting tang. But then generally around the cavern, dozens of skeletal bodies begin crawling their way out of the piles and assembling themselves to lurch in your general direction.
Oh, good.
And they are moving towards the sort of bulk of the group that they can see.
Perny, those better be your friends.
Oh, I don't think these are friendlies.
And I'd like another perception check from Perny.
Alrighty.
Let me know if you break a 25.
Net one.
Oh boy.
That is the opposite of that. So no.
Oh no. Oh no.
You like actually turn off your magic vision because there's too many skeletons moving around and it's disorienting.
Remember that children's book? Too
it's like
Many
a bad-
Skeletons?
See,
I was
absolutely.
gonna say like a bad 3D movie.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah.
flowers are nice, Avatar, but please, I need
Yeah.
some space.
Ugna, you are up.
Okay.
You're
I
back to
am
the top
up.
of the round and you are now hasted.
I am hasted. I
You may not
had
have
something
an
in
action
mind.
surge, but you've got some serious actions.
Meg, can you stop aiming the camera at the roof? Thanks. Thanks. Anyway, just
I want
my camera
to.
will just be weird for a minute because I gotta roll. So, originally I had a different plan in mind, but Morgan has run in, given me some encouragement, and thrown some magic sparkles my way, and peaced out.
Yep. And now suddenly everything is moving in slow motion.
Yeah, it's weird. I wanted to
What
get
you wanna
Tromlin out of here, but now I think I am going to draw its attention to me and let him get himself out of here. So, I believe taunt is a bonus action?
I am double checking. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it doesn't say on your sheet. I wonder
No, it
why I
doesn't.
didn't put that on there.
The target just has to be within 30 feet, and I'm in melee range with it, so it is. But then if it tries to attack anyone but me, it gets disadvantage.
Just gonna pull up the thing right now.
You.
Hooray for searching.
You're too silly.
Why am I searching? It's alphabetical. Okay, so taunt. You have the taunt talent.
The taunt.
Oh, wait a second. This is the wrong book. This is the monsters. There we go. That's the right book. Character options, not DM options. Okay, so taunt. As a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
So doing this takes your bonus
Right.
action, but you choose a creature within 30 feet that can hear and understand you. So you're taking a risk because you don't know if it can understand you.
That's true.
But if it does, it has to make a wisdom saving throw against you. And if it fails, it has disadvantage to attack anything but you.
Yep. So I've
So-
thrown myself in between Tromlin and this thing, and I'm giving Tromlin the hand sign of like get back behind me as I, with my other hand, heft the hammer, glare it dead in the eyes, and go, "Hey, ugly! You're fighting me, nobody else, and I'm here to crush your bones."
He said the thing.
I love Uga so much! Oh my god.
Okay, now this is only a DC 13
Yeah, it's not
because
huge.
it's based. Yeah, it's
But I
based
don't
off
think
of
it's
your.
super wisdomy. I'm fingers crossed on that one.
No, in fact, didn't we just determine that wisdom
Oh,
is
that's
what it's
right.
really bad at?
Yeah.
And it's got disadvantage.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, right, because you
That's
just gave it.
true.
Well, let's see how
Bird
it does
party.
on a 2 dice disadvantage with a
Bird
plus
party.
0.
Bird party.
I rolled an 18 on the die
Oh
and a
god.
4.
Oh,
So it is going
yeah.
to fail.
Yes.
Hell yeah, thank you, Purdy.
Suck
It
it, bone bag.
snarls.
Which, by the way, is
It
what
does, in
Barbie's
fact,
say to me.
understand you.
Okay.
Was that an instruction or just like playful insult?
Oh yeah, no, it was instruction.
Wow.
Actually, it was a little bit of both. A little bit of Dom, a little bit
That's
of.
nice,
little
that's
bit of
nice.
play.
See whatever he's up for.
It understands you well enough.
Mhm.
It doesn't understand you great because it doesn't really speak common.
I mean, all I'm saying is
but-
come and fight me, bitch.
I mean, just hand movements, right?
Yeah.
Its primary language is Abyssal. However,
Oh,
you
hold
do
on.
hear the terrifying words in your head. So you hear it respond telepathically
Oh no.
in your
That was
mind.
rude.
I translate the abyssal as Ugna's yelling. I'm Ugna's interpreter in the background.
He's just like, she says,
Yeah.
fuck
My
you
feelings
and
are
your
hurt."
mother.
So I was just picturing Ugna doing that thing where you like cross your arms like over your crotch,
Yeah.
like you did back in
The
the day,
crotch
like.
chop.
It's one
Yep.
arm and the hammer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As
Um,
a degeneration
so you
action.
hear
Yep.
a bunch of terrifying language that you don't understand in your head
That's- I
that
mean-
just ends with the word death.
Sure. You know what?
I don't
Fair.
translate back.
That's fair.
Well, you can't hear that. Only Ugna can hear that. That was a telepathic response.
Cool.
And yeah, he's happy to
some-
come your way, but you
let's do
also
some
have
attacks.
actions. That was
I
just your
have-
bonus action.
A variety of attacks. I'm just gonna roll 2 as I do some swipies at it.
Swipey,
Oh,
swipey.
wow. So one is a 19 and one is a 9 plus 8. What do I need to hit this thing?
9 plus 8 won't do it.
No, I didn't think so. Because that is... I thought it was like an 18 to hit this thing.
It is an 18.
That's what I thought. So only one of
So
my
17 won't
first
do
2
it.
attacks hits. But I'm still going to
But
roll
go
on
ahead
that.
and damage it. Keep
Yep.
in mind you still have 1 maneuver left.
I do... I don't think I'm going to
You
use it
used
yet.
4 of them last time.
But then again, we have Chill Touch on this turn, so it can't heal. You know what? I need a combat maneuver for bait and switch, and I'm gonna save that just in
Just
case
save it.
Tromlin's
Yeah,
gonna die.
Just in case
so...
you need to get somebody out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saving that one. This is
Sounds good. So damage?
4 plus 7. So 11. It's not great.
11 points of damage. I mean, that's pretty good. Like D&D, normal
No, that's pretty
weapons
good.
damage is...
Yeah, but I'm used to rolling
It's
like
not that high.
ridiculous. It's
You're
okay.
used to adding your
Yeah.
maneuvers on. That's what you're used to.
Absolutely.
Okay, crunch. Your hammer smashes some bone.
Yep.
You have an extra attack
I have
because of
another
haste.
attack. Exactly. So let's roll that one.
Actually, wait a
That
second.
is-
Don't you have two? Oh, you already did your 2 attacks. That's right.
I have 2 attacks, and then the 1 bonus attack, which I used for taunt. So now I have my extra
but
attack.
now you have your haste attack, and
Yeah.
you did what?
I rolled a 10, but that's plus 8, so I think that hits.
That's it. That's what you need. 18.
Alright. Let's do another damage. That's a much better damage. 9 plus 7, so 16.
16 damage. Okay.
And I just-
Arrgh.
It looks like Ugna hasn't learned from before when it, healed all of the damage, and she's just continuing to smash away at this thing's breastplate. Like the sternum that's
Well-
holding the ribs of the cage together.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's start of turn. That's end of turn.
And that is all my actions.
Right, I couldn't do that reaction because I'd already done a reaction, so that doesn't matter. I missed one of his reactions, but he couldn't have done it because he used his reaction last round to heal. It just doesn't feel like it because that was last game, but it was the same round. Okay, Ugna is done. Next up is Tromlin.
Okay, so I have been sped up.
You have double movement
Overclock.
as well as an extra attack or an extra action that you can do. Although that action can't be used to cast spells, so you can only cast 1 spell. But for example,
well-
you could use your extra action to dash
Mhm.
and move like 120.
I have a question actually.
Yep.
So I see some spells are bonus actions. Does that mean like they cast the bonus action?
Yes. If the casting time says bonus action, then that spell takes only a bonus action to cast.
The only
And then
little-
could I cast another spell after that, or would it just be only that for the first round?
So you can, for example, you can cast a normal spell that takes an action and do a Misty Step in the same round because Misty Step only takes a bonus action.
But
Gotcha.
you can't cast two. You can't cast two spells in the same turn, so you'd have to. One of those spells have to be a cantrip, I believe. It's a special 5e rule.
Yeah, but well, it
Very
depends on
annoying.
the spell. It depends on the spell, right? Like, so for example, it's based on slots, and when you cast Misty Step, you can do it without a spell slot once per day. So that would not count against the two spells. Likewise, you've got those your prayer beads that allow you to cast some bonus action spells. Those would not count against. You're not using a spell slot to do it, so it doesn't count.
I gotcha. So what I'm going to do is for a bonus action. Let me see. I lost the spell I was going to do. No, where is it? Sorry, there's a spell I want to cast on Ugna because I am right there, and it makes sense. But now I can't fucking find it. Oh, here it is. Shield of Faith.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
Hell
yes.
yes.
It will give Ugna, as a bonus action, it gives Ugna a +2 to AC.
Nice.
Bumping me up from 19 to 21, which is ridiculous.
That's for
I'm
10
trying
minutes.
to find that spell. Oh yeah, it's a level 1. That's why. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
was looking at the wrong thing.
So it is it's a level 1 spell. It lasts for 10
Yep.
minutes.
Well,
So
no, it lasts for concentration up to 1 minute. But
no, I'm going to kill the faith right now. Duration 10 minutes. Concentration. I have to concentrate on it, but it can up to 10 minutes.
oh, concentration up to 10 minutes. Sorry, the table was wrong. It said up to 1 minute,
No,
but the
this is
actual description has the 10. Yeah, it was just a typo on here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Ugna, you now have a 21.
Thank you very much, because I'm going to get
So
hit a lot.
That's an actual spell cast, so that means
Nice.
that you can't cast a spell with either of the other two actions.
Except I'll be using my prayer read.
Which you can do.
I am going to. Well, I could heal myself, or I could summon a planar ally.
You could go for the top one.
I
That's
mean,
definitely a thing that you could
if
do.
you go down, then we have no healer and all your concentrations
That's
are
not
broken.
true. I can do cure
Right,
light
okay.
wounds.
that's
I will
true.
use one. I will use one to cure wounds on myself.
I think also
Do you-
the planar ally might require concentration. when
Well,
you
either
summon
way,
it.
I
No,
can-
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh well, I'm
Oh,
using
but-
the cure wounds on myself.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
1d8.
Cure wounds on yourself.
Is it plus anything?
Yeah, your casting bonus.
That's what 4. No, it's
Yeah.
more than 4, isn't it?
No,
Plus four?
it's your wisdom because it's cleric spell, so +4.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's 10 more points.
That's
on me.
great.
I'm not at 6 anymore. I'm at 16.
And I don't
Um,
remember if there was an errata for this, but if there isn't, I'm house ruling it. Anything that you could cast as a bonus action can also be cast using an action. If you've already used your bonus action, you can use a
Okay.
longer time to cast a spell. It's dumb otherwise. And I think there's an errata to that effect, but if there isn't, I'm house ruling it.
For my
'Cause otherwise
last
it's
bit,
stupid.
for my last actual action, is the guy attacking fetid within range of me?
Within range of what? Like an attack?
Running straight at him.
Oh, absolutely. You've got double movement. So you can
All right.
move 60 and still attack.
Oof. Nice.
So
I am lowering my horns and running straight at him.
Amazing.
Oh.
ramming
Thanks,
speed.
Dad.
Okay.
Good.
That is an attack roll on Dex or Strength. As I'm assuming you will choose Dex.
Yes.
So go ahead and make
Absolutely.
that attack roll.
Is it like so? It's 1d20 plus 3 plus anything else. My attack.
Plus your proficiency. Yeah, you're proficient in your own horns. So
So it's so it's 1d20 plus 9.
plus 6. 1d20 plus 6. Because it's your Dex bonus of 3 and your proficiency bonus of 3.
Okay,
Sounds
sorry.
like you're about to put this guy in horny jail.
Hope so.
Hey.
I might be because I rolled a 20.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
So your
No one's
Amazing.
hornier than Tromlin.
Your
Hell
damage
yes.
is 1d4 plus 3 because you're using your Dex bonus, and then you're going to double that.
So I'll roll 1d4 plus 3.
And then we'll double it.
All right, let's hear it. Please 4, please 4, please 4. Okay, why the dice being nice to me suddenly? 97 says 14.
Nice.
7, so that's 14 damage as you
As I
bash
slam
into this thing.
behind.
Yep. And knock it back on its keister. Its giant tongue thrashing and hissing awfully.
Thanks, Dad. I've
Trouble
decided that
just
you're
a
my
whole
dad now.
lot of like. It really was like group dad thing. Like, okay, honey, put a protection spell on you.
Yeah.
Okay, do a little bit of self care. Oh, get away from my child.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Like
it
how they
is the
get knocked down
Devourer's
at a soccer
turn.
match.
No.
Okay.
What if the Devourer like got distracted and was like on his phone or something? You know, like what if he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta catch up on these scrolls. I promised myself I'd do that today."
Uh-huh.
What if he was
Doom
like, "I just
scrolls.
gotta look at my I gotta like look at my Doom scrolls."
It's not going to do that.
Good.
I promised my
Good.
favorite
So you
TikTok
only hit
style
one target.
time and do the little TikTok money gun emote.
What if he's like,
Okay,
"Oh shit, I
Ugna.
should be streaming this." Hold on a
Claws.
second.
Claw attacks on Ugna.
Yep. Bring it. My AC is now 21.
Nice.
You can Yeah, +2, +2.
Well, the first attack is a 22,
Ooh.
No.
and the second
Oh,
attack
It has
is
disadvantage.
a
What?
25. Oh, it
Oh,
has disadvantage. Okay,
Yeah.
well then that'll be the second. The second roll then is the first attack. So it does hit because my second roll was higher, but the second attack I will also roll with disadvantage.
I got a
And
question
that'll-
before.
Yep.
So I've been saving my silvery barbs for his attacks, and I
Yeah.
just want to confirm if the blast thing that he did was something that I could silvery barbs or not.
It is not. That was an
Okay.
area effect that people just had to save against.
Okay, could I
Um,
silvery barbs that successful attack, the first successful attack?
You cannot because you're too far away.
Oh fuck.
Because you,
Was
because you only
cowardly?
came within 30 feet to
cowardly.
cast your spell.
It's okay.
And
I
you're
can
at
suck up a
a
little
60-foot
damage.
range.
Yeah.
So
I'm okay for now.
You're
I mean, we'll see what these damage these claws do. I may be talking too soon.
Every time I'm very cowardly in a game, or if I'm like, he left his family behind. Just very
that
cookie cat
is
behavior.
2d6 plus 6 slashing damage.
Oof.
So that's 14 slashing damage plus
Some necrotic, probably.
3d8 necrotic damage.
That's what I thought.
And that is 17 necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Ow.
All right.
How many hit points do you have?
92.
Oh, how many? So that's not what you have left, is it?
No. That's my normal
Yeah.
hit point max.
What did you have left at the start of this round?
I had taken 30 damage previously.
So you were not down to 50 or less hit points.
No.
Good, because its crit range increases.
Eee.
So I didn't roll a critical strike, although I wouldn't have anyway because of the disadvantage on the rolls.
Ouch.
But I just need to know when it's attacking things that are below 50 hit points.
I am,
And you are now grappled.
ouch. Okay.
as it like slashes and grasps at you. The other claw attack misses, despite the fact that it had a grapple on you because both my rolls were trash on the last one. So even if I countered the disadvantage, he still would have missed you. Or more to the point, he hit you, but your armor is so good between your magic shielding and your regular armor class.
Just matrixing it.
Mostly just like it's just tinging off the breastplate.
Yeah, and that's
She's just tough enough she can take the damage.
okay. And then with the Avatar of Hunger, the hordes of skeletons that are
Is
slowly
that
moving
what
this
it is?
direction. Well, this is just its power. This power is called Avatar of Hunger. The skeletons get to make an attack as a reaction on his turn. So those two skeletons that were attacking you are both going to miss you because
Yep.
your armor class is too damn high. In fact, I'm kind of curious. I don't think they can hit you. I think I have to nat 20. So
Nice.
more skeletons are now getting
Hell
close
yeah.
enough to use this power, but they're all just like banging and tanging and clanging against your armor and your magic aura, and doing no damage to you. So you currently have him and 4 skeletons flailing at you, but there are more skeletons moving this way. And next up is Copernicus.
Okay. I think
So as
preventing
of
him-
this point, it's your next turn. The effect is now ended.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. It's not very creative, but I think doing the same thing again, just in the opposite order, starting with attracting intrusion and then trying the rod
Yeah,
is
makes
going to be
sense.
best. Just
So
so I
you're
can
like,
really
I've
keep
come
it
up with a method. Let's just
Yeah.
hone that.
You have become utility, Copernicus.
Yeah. I've got 2 level 5 or 4 or 5. I can't remember, level 4 or 5 spell slots just sitting there that I'm not going to touch because this cantrip is just
Now-
doing.
Mhm.
Now, the loophole here, of course, is that normally a reaction may be used on anyone else's turn. So I could just say he's using his reaction now before you do that and healing, except that this specifically is a reaction he can do when he hits a certain hit point threshold. So he can't just choose to do it, and that's too bad for him.
Hooray for loopholes for me. All right, well then let's kick things off with a distracting intrusion. DC 15 Wisdom save, please.
He fails it. That no bonus to wisdom is not doing him any favors here.
We love it. We love to hear it. Which is going to give me a better chance of actually stunning him for a round. One thing I will say for like 5e, this is I have stopped running combats without legendary resistances because players just fucking, if you can get a stun off, and that's what I'm hoping for here. You can shut the big guy down.
Yep. Although it does
Um,
depend on whether you have condition immunities.
That's
But-
true. Oh right, he may not be stunnable. We'll find that out, I guess.
You will.
Okay, so first of all, I got to hit him.
Yep.
And this,
AC
I do not
18.
have any bonuses to hit him because distracting intrusion doesn't help with that. I'm gonna roll.
You just have your +9, right? Because
But I mean,
quite
like,
a bonus.
the distracting intrusion doesn't help here, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
right.
for the
I
hit
was
point.
like, +9's a pretty good bonus. What do you want?
Ooh, 18. Does 18 hit?
A total?
Yeah.
That is the target. His AC is 18.
Oh my god.
Josh.
Oh, okay. All right, then that is beautiful. We're gonna do a little bit of. We'll start with the necrotic damage. Hopefully, we do a little more than last time. So that's 6 plus 4 is 10.
Thank you,
And-
hardcore gamer.
And necrotic damage. Again, he cannot regain hit points until the end of my next turn. Or is it end of next turn?
Sorry, what
Sorry,
was the
minute.
damage?
It was 10 damage. 10 necrotic. Oh, yeah, 10 necrotic. And then we'll get that DC 17.
DC 17 with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but it's a con save, so a little better for him.
Yeah, a lot better for him. He makes it.
Yeah.
My low roll is a total of 18. So.
Okay. Cool. Then that's still, I think, a good turn for old Copernicus Sunshine. He
Yep.
just
I
keeps
mean, because
throwing.
once again, he can't heal for a round.
I think Fernie is just doing like off-puttingly annoying, like almost like kitty claw hands. He just keeps throwing chill touches at this thing, and I think his goal is to make the weird skeleton flesh prison creature be the one who feels uncomfortable with how bony things are getting, how bony and
You've got
touchy.
the bony hand like just hovering over him and just like touch, touch,
Yeah,
like an annoying younger brother. Poke,
yeah,
poke,
yeah.
Excellent.
poke.
Yeah. But I'm still
Nice.
staying on my side of the room, so I'm not breaking any rules.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting
And I
yourself.
probably, given like the age of a creature like this, Perny is probably its little brother, but like not by that much. Who knows?
So next up is Fetid.
All right, so I got this
You've
dude
got
right
this
up in
thing
my
in front of
face,
you.
right?
Yep. Oh, that reminds
if-
me. Arcana check from Copernicus when this dude became fully revealed and butted by Tromlin.
I'm gonna roll this with the metal die. Okay, it's the lots of middle rolls on this die tonight. It's 23, 13 for a 23.
Okay, that's quite good. You recognize that this is an abyssal ghoul.
Okay.
This is a creature from beyond. Basically, it's like an undead from hell. They are much more powerful than regular ghouls. With that 23. So a couple things. One, you had remembered a little bit about reading about the Devourer, and now you remember one of the things you read about the Devourer is when a human soul is consumed within its rib cage, it creates an abyssal ghoul, and that's probably where this thing came from. And there are
What?
probably more than one of them because that's what it does.
What if
It
it's a
makes things
dragon
into abyssal ghouls.
who has been
You're not
consumed?
sure a dragon would come out. You kind of think that the dragon might come out as an undead dragon. But if it does it to a humanoid, it becomes an abyssal ghoul. You also know that abyssal ghouls spread infernal disease with their claw and bite attacks, and that they can also drain the mind of their targets, sort of illithid-like, and that big, scary, black, smoking tongue is probably not a good thing to get too close to.
So I think Fernie will yell out a warning that like it swallows things and makes those ghouls, and they got all kinds of diseases, and not the fun party time kind. He says, pointing to his crotch, and then don't let him touch you.
No
Alright.
favor.
I'll do my best.
Yikes.
As Tromlin starts wiping off his horns.
Yeah. If I try to move away from this guy, am I gonna provoke an opportunity attack? Is he that close to me?
He was indeed that close to you.
Okay.
So yes, that is true.
All right. Does my nimble reaction give him disadvantage on that?
I believe no, it doesn't.
Okay.
That gives you advantage to escape grapples, but he hasn't actually
Sure.
grappled. Oh, sorry, nimble reaction.
Yeah,
Yes,
it just says, okay. It does.
disadvantage with reaction.
Good to know.
Yeah, if you try and move out of his threatened range, he will get an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage because you are so nimble.
First thing I want to do is try to move him with my swarm.
Cool, because if you do that, you will be
No
able to move away
opportunity
from him
attack.
without him getting an attack of opportunity. Okay, so he has to make a strength save DC 15.
Yep.
That was an entirely unnecessary nat 20.
Well.
It doesn't do anything for him other than he definitely makes the saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, is that a standard action?
I don't think so. I think you can just do that.
Okay, cool. In that case, I am going to attempt to shoot him a couple times before I run for it.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, so I marked him last turn. So arrow number 1. 13 plus 8, 21. Big 2-1.
Sorry, 21 to hit. That will hit.
All right. Let's see. That's what, 2d4 plus 5 because I marked him? No, d6s. D6s.
Oh, I see. Sorry, so to do the gathered swarm, you have to hit him with an attack first.
Oh, I do? Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah. So to move him,
All right.
you would have shot at him
assume
first
that
anyway.
he doesn't get moved, but I'll try to hit him.
Yeah.
But
it's an either or. So you either get to add your damage from the gathered swarm or move him.
Okay.
That's what it is. So
okay. In that case, do I just lose the damage from that attack then, since it hit him, but he made the save?
No, you just lose the extra damage from the swarm.
Okay.
So your damage at this point will be the normal 1d6 from the bow, and the 1d6 from the hunter's mark.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you would have had time to start your to prime your poison attack.
I feel like
also
no,
think,
given the circumstances, so I'm willing to leave it at that.
He's also immune to poison, so it doesn't matter.
That also tracks.
That happens a lot with undead.
4,
Okay,
7,
so
5. So he takes 12 damage, theoretically.
He does, indeed. And you got a second shot.
Yes. That will hit. That is a 27. Another nice 6 plus 5, 11, 5. Another 16 damage. Almost maxed out that one.
Nice.
And now I'm going to attempt to book it.
You can. You also have a bonus action left, so if you want to, you could prime your weapon for poison, although you don't know how many of these creatures are going to be susceptible to it.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything else I can do with that. Oh, I have to use
Can you prime it for acid? Because you've got your trash dragon
No, it's
acid.
specifically, no, the trash dragon is poison specifically.
Gotcha.
It's basically a kind of disease, but it's manifests as poison damage.
Okay, I think that's it for me then.
Okay.
I'm just going to run for it.
And then you can book it to a decent distance because you've got a decent movement. You're actually
travel up a rock like a lizard.
Faster than you look, because despite your small size, you actually have a bonus speed from your small nimbleness. So you actually have you're actually the fastest one in the party, or one of the fastest in the party, with a 35. Okay, so next up, Morgan. Oh, no sound.
I'm hoping that I can align myself to lightning the recently exposed dude and the giganto creature. For a lightning, sorry.
No, that would be a really extreme move because they're kind of
I have to move a lot
45 to each other. Like, if this is I'm just going to use a mime here. If this is the cavern, he's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
You guys came in from the back way.
Yeah.
The ghoul was coming around from the side and has been exposed over here. So you'd have to like get way over here to be in a line with the center.
I do want
that's just
to
a lot of movement. I will point out that if the lightning bolt to hit multiple targets, there are fucking hordes of skeletons in here moving towards the center. And if Copernicus fails to prevent him from healing, every one of those skeletons is free hit points.
Yeah, I think I can't concentrate on Storm Sphere, unfortunately. So I have to lightning bolt.
Without dropping your haste, so yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll lightning bolt and try and get some of the unattacked undead within
Yeah.
that sphere.
You're just gonna try and you're gonna try and hit the Devourer and whatever
and anything
number
else.
of additional skeletons.
Anything
you can
else that
get.
isn't my friends. I
Yeah.
will careful spell. So I'm gonna be breaking out my, like, unscrewing the lid of my magical cup, and just giving her like revealing the dagger, slapping that back down, slurping it up, and I'll get 5 more sorcery points, which I'm gonna spend on careful on the person inside the ghoul, and if I have
To make sure
to,
that doesn't hit. Okay.
I'm gonna try and not get Ugna or anyone else in it for sure. So that's going to be what
Okay.
saving
Probably a
throw? I
good
think
idea,
that's a
'cause-
17.
Full on lightning bolt.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 17 saving throw for anybody in. And let me just pull up the dice while you're looking up their stats. 8d6. I've got this little chest that is mostly just d6s that goes inside my bigger chest.
Oh, so that they have changed lightning bolt. So lightning bolt has to start from you.
Yeah.
So you basically move in a good way to let it go through, so that Ugna's not in your line of fire.
Yeah,
Basically. Okay, you're definitely gonna be able to get a bunch of the skeletons behind him in the line.
Mhm.
So there's no saving throw. There's no attack roll here. It's just a saving throw.
Can
so
I
he has
spend
to
it
make
at a
dex save.
4th level as well?
You can cast it whatever level you like.
Okay,
So
I only
4th,
got.
you're gonna go for your max.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for my max, and that
That's
adds 1d6.
96 damage that you're rolling.
4,
Um,
2, 3.
the skeletons that are in a line behind him are just all dead. Like they've got like 12 hit points.
Yeah.
Like they can't
Okay.
possibly not be destroyed unless you roll the most terrible damage roll in history.
Yeah, I like my distance because it means anything between me and the ghoul also gets
Yep.
hit. So I guess unfortunately I'm not going to be in line for silvery barbs unless I can spend. I don't think I can spend more to
You
give
can cast
myself
it and
distance.
then move. But you can do your movement after you shoot this spell, so you can move closer so that you would be able to do some.
Well,
silver
I'm just thinking like if he's here.
Oh, you
and
mean
then
in
like
order...
if I keep my distance, then I can get even more that could possibly be between me and
Correct.
the ghoul.
And also
Yeah.
you can't move enough, I don't think, to actually be within Silvery Bar's range and do So
Yeah.
So
I'd rather hit
use
more
some of your movement
undead.
to position the best you can to get as many undead as possible.
Yeah.
I am going to randomize how many skeletons you're getting.
Okay.
That's so many dice.
Yeah. Let me take a picture actually.
It's pretty damn good. You get 10 skeletons.
These are not amazing, all amazing rolls. Actually, no. I'm focusing too much on the ones. But there are 2 6s, 2 5s. There's a 4, a 3, and 2 1s.
So 31. So yeah, even if with
Um,
half damage, the skeletons die. So I'm not even going to roll saving throws for them. So that's 10 skeletons that are just like zorched into non-existence. And now
And then
I
it
will
also
roll with
ignites flammable.
disadvantage.
It also ignites flammable objects in the area. So if the undead have enough fat on them, have enough, wiggle in their jiggle, they would also be flammable, wouldn't they? Fatties die too. Fatties have undead corpses too.
There's loads of bones in here that are now burning or smoldering.
Cool.
What is your spell save DC? It is,
I believe it's 17? Yeah.
So he is therefore going to make it. He has a plus. Wait, hang on. Math. My lower roll is 12 plus. No, 4. 16. That won't do it.
Nice.
So he missed it by 1. So he takes the full 31 points of damage.
Nice.
And he would be at a threshold that would allow him to heal.
If you're including the lady that is within that person, she gets half
She
damage
automatically
because
saves. Yeah, she
I
takes half.
careful. Yeah, so that's another sorcery point.
And that is Morgan. The undead are next.
Fuck 'em.
Continued skeletal sort of ravaging and moving in that direction. The skeletons that are still around his legs and attacking Ugna, one of them managed to actually hit Ugna because I rolled an at 20 for one skeleton of all the skeletons.
We will remember
so
that
skeleton
skeleton's name.
Yeah.
is going to do a d6 plus 1, doubled.
Ooh,
So
oof.
instead of 4 damage, he does 8.
Oh man.
Good job, guy. You
He
did your best.
he
I believe
stops
that
and does
now
like a little.
pushes me to below 50 though.
So his crit range just changed.
Great.
The abyssal ghoul is going to attempt to attack somebody. Let's see. Going to go for a
I mean, I knocked him
claw
down.
attack. Yeah, claw attack. Yeah, he's going to go. He's going to go for you, Trumlin, because you're closer. Also, because Fetid backed off.
Sorry, Dad.
That's fine.
So
Am I
that's going to
still-
hit.
Am I still hasted?
You are.
Oh, big DC, AC.
That gives you +2 to AC. Yeah. But I rolled a 17 on the die, and he's a +9 to hit. So I'm
Ooh,
guessing your
no.
AC is not that high.
Yeah, I aimed the butts on that one.
This dude can hit.
Yep.
Sir. Sir, no biting the character sheet.
By the way, it's happening. Like I said, spring sunlight loves me at this time. I've got
Beautiful.
my rainbow window
Ah,
Very fey.
reflecting.
yeah.
Okay, so that does a significant amount of damage. 1d8 plus 5
Okay.
is 8, and then 2d8 necrotic.
Oh shit.
Ouch. You
Yeah,
don't have a ton of
Which-
hit points, so
8 hit points now. I have
which
8
is
hit points.
9,
Huh?
which is another 9.
oh no.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh,
Oh,
Negative
boy.
one.
no.
So, well, 0 because there's no negatives. But having done that, it now has you grappled, and the smoky black tongue is starting to wind around your
Oh
head.
no.
Is that within range of me to say no? Actually, because I'm out of range of the ghoul, but I think I'm closer
no,
to these
I would
guys.
say 30 feet is not going to be that close.
Dang.
Okay. The tongue attack can't do anything yet until the next turn. It has to start in the grapple.
Also, that breaks
But
my
you'll also,
You lose
you'll
your
also have to do
+2.
death saves. Sorry, what?
Ugna, you're gonna lose your +2 for me.
Yeah, I'm at
because,
back
right,
down to 19.
Right. And I would like another perception check from Copernicus.
Okay, let's roll not a nat 1. Rolling the big die. Be good to me. Hey! That's a 14 on the die for a 16 total.
That normally very unlikely to succeed, but I rolled a nat 1. So you notice the other abyssal ghoul sneaking up on you. It is now actually within probably, it would have attacked you this round, and it is moving to do so, but you know that it is there and see it coming. So it does not get a surprise attack on you.
Yay!
It is going to come up and try to grapple at you.
How dare it?
Just double checking its movement that this works. But it was moving stealthy though. Now you know what? You spot it before it would be in position next round to attack you. So you spot it before it does. So you know that it's going to be able to attack you next round.
Okay.
It's basically moving in this attack to get practically right up on top of you, but not enough to actually do an action as well. So it's
Okay. But should I,
Like
like,
a
if I
good-
tried to run away, I'd get an attack of opportunity?
no, it's like 10 to 20 feet away from you. It's beyond attack of opportunity range. It's not in melee, but it's it would be able to attack next round.
Got it.
And other undead. Some of that's going on. You guys can't see that. So we're back to the top of the round. Ugna, you're up.
Okay, I think you said this thing has me grappled, correct?
Yes, it
I
does
would like
indeed have you
To
grappled.
not be grappled.
Then you will need to spend an action attempting to not be grappled.
break this grapple. Because I just looked up some good grapple techniques that I have, but some of them require me not to be grappled by the other thing.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna. Oh, that's not a great roll. That's only a 12.
Total of 12?
Yeah.
Will not do it.
I might spend a inspiration on that.
Not a bad
'cause
idea.
I am not feeling great about it. It's my last
This is
one.
probably a good time for me to
My last
remind the
one.
audience that the audience can cheer for our heroes to potentially give them more inspirations. We
that's
don't
much
have
better.
a very full tracker right now, but I see those inspirations are running out.
So that would be.
I
23.
might not have any.
You don't.
23 is.
Sorry,
is
so what did
better.
you get?
23.
23 will definitely break free.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
so you do, in fact, break free from this grapple. You'll notice that it was kind of pulling you in towards the rib cage.
Yeah, that seems bad.
Mhm.
I'm very glad I
don't
spent
like
that inspiration.
But you break free.
I want
its
to
grapple.
break free. Okay,
That takes an action, but you have an extra action because of haste.
I do.
And you can do them in either order. So, like, even though haste doesn't let you do multi-attack, you could use the haste action to break free and then use your regular action for multi-attack.
This isn't really an attack, but I'm starting to get swarmed by the undead on all sides, and this thing is quite tall. I was thinking that Ugna would like to jump using the boots, the Frog Queen boots,
You
on
can
top
jump
of this
into it.
thing's head.
Jumping is movement. So go ahead
Yep.
and make me an athletics test then.
Perfect. I'm just gonna go
Try
straight
this,
up.
this leaping attack move, and then you can attack it from that new vantage point.
That is true. How was an 18 for leaping straight up?
For sure. You throw yourself onto its head,
Perfect.
and then you
With-
can hit said
With my
head with a
clinging
hammer.
boots. So I leap straight up and then I come down on its head, but I don't cling on there. I'm just holding on with my boots as I start bringing my hammer down on its thing's skull.
I'm not 100% sure he counts as a surface, but sure.
Anything's a surface when you're the frog queen.
So go for it. Do some,
That is
do
correct.
some hitting.
I wish I still had an inspiration because that is a 1.
Oh, you rolled a nat 1, did you?
I sure did.
Well, let's find out what happens.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
I know weird shit happens when I roll a nat 1.
Weird shit happens. Well, weird shit always happens when you roll a nat 1, but in this particular case, your nat 1 becomes a nat 20.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
So you do this leap and try to come down hammer first, but you accidentally leap too high, like way too high. Like you reach the top of the cavern. And in your wild swing, you hit one of the stalactites that's hanging there, and it falls, and you grasp it and ride it down, like the guy
Oh, yeah.
from
Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove, yeah. I almost said Dr. Zhivago. I was like, wrong classic movie. And you ride it down going, wah-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-ee, and it hits him on the head so hard that his head compresses cartoonishly and his legs shoot out sideways and he hovers in the air for a moment before it falls off. And then he's standing there looking a little dazed as like little fairy creatures appear and start circling his head, making tweeting noises.
Morgan's
that's-
just like so in love
that's
right
not
now. She's
possible.
over here like,
That's definitely something weird.
And I go, yeah, I meant to do that.
So roll that damage as a nat 20, please. I know you were saving your maneuver point, but you do have the option of spending it after the
I
fact.
kind of want to because this is really epic.
Mhm.
It is pretty cool.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. In that case, roll your damage with the maneuver point and then double it.
That was a 10. That was a 10 on the D10.
Sick.
Also, because I'm spending maneuver
Beautiful.
point, I get my superiority dice. Only a 3 on that.
Only.
Okay,
Only.
but
So,
don't
10
forget.
plus 3 plus 7 is 20. Oh, no, wait.
Sorry,
Hang on.
did you roll the extra d10 because you're an orc?
I did not. Let me do that. How's another 7 on that?
Okay, so you rolled your
10, 7,
Your hammer's a-
7, and then a 3.
yeah. So your hammer 1d10 plus 7. You rolled 17. You rolled 3 on the superiority point. So that's 20. Doubled is 40. Then
Yep.
you get the additional savage attack extra
Right.
die.
So that's another
Which was
7.
7. So
So
47. Yes.
Not bad.
on a nat 1.
All right.
Yep.
I did 47 damage on a nat 1.
And some other additional weird cartoony stuff is happening and makes everybody wonder what the hell that was all about. In
Just
fact,
like the most perfect woman being perfect.
Mhm.
I would like an Arcana check from Morgan and Copernicus, and in fact, I'll even ask for one from Tromlin, although I know he's not as good at it.
Because it's
And
big
Tromlin
and
do that
because
when
it's
he's down.
green,
Or
I'll
Tromlin's
be
out.
using my it's green screened obviously here. I'll be using my like liquid core one for Ugna's Canada. I'm too distracted by how beautiful they are. It's a 2.
Okay, no, you're not really. You're just like too distracted by how busy everything is here. You're doing a lot of stuff. Copernicus?
It's just
24.
normal to me.
24. You are relatively certain that Ugna has some kind of fairy curse.
What?
Which you go, wait a
No.
second.
Coughing.
No, she doesn't
Not a
have a fairy
curse.
curse. She's perfect for me. That's what's
You know,
happening.
you know that Ugna was fairy cursed earlier, and that a curse was removed. But you realize that there may be more than one curse.
How many
Is
cakes
it a
did you
curse?
eat?
I mean, all of them?
Don't
Many.
fuck with this. This is perfect for Morgan. Morgan thinks this is the best thing in the world, and obviously means we're fated to be together.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Ugna, you have another attack.
That is
I mean,
correct.
you may literally be fated to be together now.
This is
Maybe.
a multi-attack, and you've only done one of them.
Alrighty. That is
And then you also have a bonus
14
action.
plus 8, which I
That
believe
will
will
hit.
hit. I do not have any more superiority points, so I'm just rolling straight
Just
damage
a
on
straight
this.
damage. Yep.
That is 6 plus 7. It's 13.
So 13. Okay, and then
Another
you've
die.
also got your bonus action. I don't know if you want to do anything further.
I would love to drink a healing potion.
If you don't have it readied, you would not be able to do
That's
that with
true.
just a bonus, but you can get it out.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna.
And so that will mean that on your next turn, you'll be doing one hand rather than two hand fighting, but you'll be able to use a bonus action to quaff that potion.
Yeah.
Okay. Tromlin needs to make a death save.
All right, that's a d20.
Yep.
That is a 2.
Okay, good. It's not a 1. So you failed a death save, but you didn't roll a 1, which would mean 2 failed death saves.
So I don't do anything this round.
That is correct, because you are in the process of dying. Next up is the Devourer. It is very displeased about everything, really. It will obviously use its Avatar of Hunger to try and get the undead to attack you, but they can't really do that because you're not close. They start climbing him. There's like a bunch of like skeletons, like very, very ineptly trying to climb up his body to get towards you. That ain't working great
This
for
is
him.
why I jumped onto his head.
Yeah. He was really waiting for other people to get closer to him to do this attack, but no one is going to oblige. So he's going to do it now.
Weird how that works.
Mm-hmm.
He is in fact able to use his attack again. So once again, you see the white-haired woman inside him in shrieking silently and writhing in pain, and energy being drawn out of her body, which then emanates from him in a scream of cold, and everything within 20 feet of him, which includes you, but only you, because none of your other friends got close, are going to take cold damage, which doesn't affect the skeletons, but it does affect you. So I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
That's 18 on the die, and I have a +6.
That is a save.
That'll do it.
That is good for you.
I don't have a ton of hit points left, though, so it may
Yes.
still take me down.
So instead of 48 points of damage, you only take 24 points of damage.
Oh boy, 1 hit point.
And I did not roll another 6, so he is not going to be able to use that power again today.
On the other hand, I'm at 1 hit point,
Okay.
but I can take more hit points and go back to 1 hit point.
If you
Only
take any
once,
more
though.
damage, you're still going to be at 1 hit point. It's a good place to be because you could take like a shitload. You could take 100 damage and you'd just be at 1 hit point. As long as it's in 1 hit. He would love to use his reaction healing, but he can't because of a certain warlock messing with shit. He's done his action. I don't think he has any other options. And then at the end of his turn, yeah, I already said the Avatar Hunger. Yeah, he's done. He ain't got nothing else he can do. Other than be annoyed about this. Next up, Copernicus. You have an abyssal
Alright.
ghoul approaching you. You also have a dying grandson.
Yeah, I do.
It's a bit of a distance from you, but not impossibly so.
Everyone remember that I also have a confession to make on my turn. Just in case my ADHD gets the better of me.
Okay. Confession on your turn. Confession on your
Mhm.
turn. I don't think. How many skeletons are left?
Perny,
for
I
the
think
book?
on my next turn, I think I'm just going to try and book it over to Tromlin so I can Cure Light Wounds him if at all possible, and I should
Okay.
still be within range. So if that makes any difference on your plans, now you know.
I think Perny like gasps and goes crestfallen when Tromlin goes down, and when he sees Fetid notice and start to pull back, there's like a moment of him like trying to refocus his resolve on keeping this fucking monster from.
Yeah, you're really
like,
MVPing this. You're really holding us
So then-
together.
Third verse, same as the first. But what I'm gonna do is
This is a very interesting strategy because I expected you guys to take some area effect spells and try and wipe out all the undead so that he wasn't going to be able to use them to heal. But this is a very, like, honestly, more effective strategy as long as it keeps working.
And if I am the ghoul's charge, if it missed me, would it end up going after Fetid and Tromlin probably? If I was gonna like hover up out of its range.
If you if you flew up to a height that it can't reach you, the next most close targets to it are kind of equally close would be Fetid and Morgan, but in different directions.
I've got some decent hit points still, despite stabbing myself repeatedly with this knife to get the agonizings off. So I think I'm gonna stay in target range and just take what comes here. Okay, yeah, let's keep doing it.
You're gonna let it come?
I'm letting it come. Yep.
Okay.
Oh boy.
In that case, you can go ahead and make your. I guess you're going to do the distracting intrusion first, right?
Yeah.
Terrible saving throws. The low one is a 2 plus not much of a bonus, so that's a very fail. Which means he's going to roll against your hand with disadvantage. So make your attack roll with the chill touch.
Yeah. Thank you.
Success.
Okay. Rolling damage.
He is going to roll to save against the stun, and What's the DC on the stun again?
I believe it is 17. I believe it is technically my spell save DC and not a fixed 15. I think we had to look it up once.
He has a +7, so he made that. But I'm just going
With
to double check.
disadvantage?
Yeah, that's his low roll. His high roll is a 17 on the die.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, that's
but
fine. He
his
hasn't.
low
I haven't
roll is a
stunned him
10
yet, so I
plus
wasn't
7.
super expecting to.
Yeah,
it's
he has
supposed to
a
be-
a +7 is a pretty decent. Yeah, it uses your spell save DC.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But he makes the 17. It sounds like.
He made the 17. He just made it. 10 plus 7 is 17, so he just
Okay.
made it.
Then I am going to.
But you did hit him, so once again, he can't freaking heal.
Yeah,
He
and
can't
16
do the thing
necrotic
that makes him
damage.
so devastatingly terrible.
I got a good roll for damage. Sorry, 17, not 16. 17 necrotic damage. I got a good roll this time.
17 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's on a fasting diet, y'all. He's trying to shed some pounds, you know.
He's cutting. He's getting lean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His body is like got pieces missing. He does not look in good shape.
Good.
Good.
Good, because we aren't.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy sucks.
Fetid, you're up.
All right, I am going to book it over to where Tromlin is.
Okay, and attempt to do a heal. You can absolutely do it. Lay on hands.
Yes, I would like to do a cure wounds at whatever my highest spell level is possible.
That is a level 2.
Yep.
So it's going to do the extra die. So you're rolling 2d8 plus
2d8.
plus, come on, brain. Plus 4.
Plus 1, you said?
Plus 4. 2d8
Plus
plus
4.
4.
2d8 plus 4. 4. Oh, 1, 5. He gets 9 hit points back.
Better than 0.
Yep.
So you're up so from 0 you're at 9. So you're still grappled by this thing, but you are suddenly conscious again.
Ugh.
Can I use my swarm thingy to try and push this guy off of Tromlin, or would it not work like
No,
that?
because you'd need to make an
Yeah.
attack to do that. and
Yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
don't
That's
have-
right. Yeah, you're right. We just
Can you use
we
it
just
as an
talked
aid?
about that. That's a good question.
Yeah, I would allow you to use your bonus action to just kind of like get your bugs in its face and distract
Yeah.
it to give Tromlin advantage on an attempt to break out of the grapple.
All right.
Yep. It doesn't seem to
am-
care too much about the bugs. They're not super distracting for it, but you can physically get them in its
Yeah.
like in front of its eyes and shit.
I'll take it.
Okay. Morgan, you're up.
Morgan's up with a confession.
Yeah.
Got a confession to make.
So, in my vigor to utilize my careful spell, keep up with my spell slots available from sorcery points, I used my magical item, which required me to shed a little blood for those points. And so I forgot that I had to take a hit dice for damage, and then
And
I
then
will
you have
have
to
to
make
make a
a roll for-
concentration.
For concentration.
So,
Yeah.
because so much has happened, I will say I think a good course of action would be to, if I fail this, that I take another black token to say that it didn't happen. Because
So how many sorcery points have you spent? Because
I spent
you needed to spend
4. I
three
spent
on the
4.
twin spell, right?
Yeah, and then 1 on the
then-
concentration, or the careful spell. Sorry.
That's all you spent?
Yeah, that's just
You have
4.
10 without using
Yeah.
your cup. So why would you need to use your cup yet?
I think it was a little just me being excited and keeping up with the points,
Yeah, because it allows you to regain 5 sorcery points.
which is
day.
one more than I needed.
Exactly. So why would you do it? I think
So yeah.
I thought that you were trying to use extra sorcery points to cast the spell and not use your spell slot. But
Sorry,
I am
I did
happy to retcon and say you didn't yet
Okay.
use your.
Yeah, because so much
your
has
trick.
happened, and it could have been them being stunned, which would have been a huge swing. That's why I was saying like,
Yeah.
Okay. So if we can retcon that I didn't do it, I'll do that.
I am happy to do that.
But I'm sorry, I messed up a little bit.
No worries.
I
I think that is a reasonable.
I
thing to say that
will
we've done.
so
I'm going to pause and just describe the scene to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you do see that the Devourer has, looking pretty beat up and smashed, has Ugna on its head, hitting it with a hammer. Also has some skeletons climbing up its body.
yeah.
There are also a whole bunch of skeletons just generally in this space moving towards you guys, and kind of like scattering because you guys have scattered a bit. So you in fact have a few skeletons coming towards you. There are a lot less skeletons in here than there used to be, between some of your various attacks, but there's still probably close to a couple dozen. And then you also see the abyssal ghouls, one of which is coming at Copernicus, and the other of which is grappling with Tromlin.
I was thinking of just moving to try and get the ghoul, the smaller abyssal ghoul and the big one in a lightning again. So that would be using up.
I would say
and
you're going to have
the last of
to.
my sorcery points.
You're going to have to use a pretty significant movement to do that. Like I don't think you're going to be able to do that and cast the spell.
Okay.
If you use, hang on, from where you are now, if you use your full movement and use your bonus action to Misty Step, yeah, you could get to where Tromlin and the thing is and hit it. There's no way to do that though. Or do you mean the one by Copernicus? Because the one that's grappling Tromlin, you can't hit it with a lightning bolt without also
being right there.
affecting Tromlin. And careful just gives him bonuses to the saving throw. It doesn't mean he doesn't take any damage.
I would go
you
the Perny
can
way
do the
then.
same trick with the other one if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go to Perny, because it is very, it's a huge disadvantage if I lose my concentration. So I don't want to be, I want to be as careful as possible.
So you're using a Misty Step.
Yeah, that haste is keeping me alive right now.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, and then you're going to hit the lightning bolt. And the Misty Step you can do without a slot. Yep, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then you're casting that lightning bolt.
Yeah, so I'll go down to 2 points then. I won't recover.
Sorry, how many sorcery points do you need to use?
4 to upcast and careful.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you were upcasting. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So, sorry, just let me put...
So that'll leave you with 2 sorcery points remaining.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be a lightning in this separate lane. All right.
Oh, actually, no, you don't have enough left to do this. Because didn't you do this with the last lightning bolt? You upcast it as well? Or did you just use a 4th level slot?
I used the 4th level slot.
Oh, okay. So you could still do that here. You don't even have to use sorcery points. You've still got another 4th level slot unless you're trying to save it.
Okay, no. Let me kill this.
So you can just use 1 sorcery point for the careful spell and then do the 4th level spell slot. Okay, go for it. So Zap.
All right.
I am rolling saving throw for the Abyssal Ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm rolling a saving throw for the big guy. The big guy makes his saving throw.
Okay.
The Abyssal Ghoul, I don't know what his dex bonus is. Let me look. I think they're better. 3, 4, 5. So he has an 18. He makes it as well.
Mm-hmm. 33 is the entirety.
So they will take, rounding up, they will take 17 damage each.
Is there someone... Is one of them close enough that I can Silvery Barbs?
The ghoul is, for sure.
Yeah, I will Silvery Barbs him.
Absolutely.
And I'll give my bonus to. I'm sorry, I'm biased, Ugna. Okay, I'm biased.
He fails.
Yeah.
He takes the full 33 damage.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And the big guy takes the 17.
Yeah. If Ugna's in that strike zone, they're exempt as well. I don't know how you're ruling
Ugna-
connecting items
Ugna will
/ bodies.
be. Sorry. No, Ugna does not have to be because Ugna's on top of him and he's a huge creature, so he's bigger than the bolt. So
Okay.
you can choose. You will hit several of the skeletons that are climbing up his body, though, and they will disintegrate.
And
Um,
the dragon lady is also exempt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. You notice that the dragon lady looks really bad now. From the 2 lightning bolts
Oh,
that she's
no.
taken edges of, she looks
Yeah.
like she's on death's door.
If I get
Yikes.
if I get any like eye contact with her, I'll be like, so sorry. I'm sorry.
We need to kill this thing before the
Sorry.
dragon dies.
Yeah.
That
Unfortunately,
seems-
my biggest hitters are
Yeah.
areas. So.
Okay, I'm going to finish this round because there's just the undead left to go. The other undead, not the devourer, and then we'll take our break because we're already at that point. So I'm just going to finish the round and we'll start the new round after the break. So the abyssal ghoul that is grappling with Tromlin is going to drain him
That's fair.
of 6 points of wisdom.
Could you
Oh,
describe
shit.
how this draining happens, Lane?
So that black
Oh, no.
tongue
Oh,
that's
no.
wrapping around his head is just sort of sucking intellect out of his body. So Tromlin
Hey, what?
will Tromlin
Glucking
now
that
has a
intellect?
wisdom of 12 instead of 18.
No.
Ew.
Not good for your spellcaster.
Nope.
And I need a DC 14 save from Tromlin.
Okay.
Actually, I need 2 of them because I should have done one last round. I just didn't think of it because
what?
you were down.
Which one?
DC
save?
14. Con.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Alright, first one is a 1.
Oh, geez. Well, that's a fail. You can't fail it more than once. So
You got some
know.
inspirations if you need them.
Yeah, I'll
you
use
could use an
inspiration.
inspiration.
I'll use inspiration.
Reroll that 1.
That would be a 17.
That'll make it. And then the next one, which is for this round, is
A 15.
that'll do it. I believe that is the DC. Yes, DC 14. So yeah, you made it. And I don't think it can do anything else while it's draining you. Just double checking. Yeah, it is doing that. So that's good. One of the things about abyssal ghouls is that they can sense how close people are to death, and they will always attack the person who is close to death. And because it wants to try and make another ghoul out of them, so it will not attack anyone else. So it completely ignores Fetid and is just focusing on Tromlin.
I'm the belle of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And the other one is now attacking Copernicus. So Copernicus, you are being assaulted by claw attacks.
I'm included.
What is your AC?
14.
Then this will hit. The +9, yes. So he hits you with his claws. And it's going to hit you twice, in fact, with its claws.
Okay. Don't love it.
And this is going to mean that it has now grappled you, and it is going to do a bunch of damage.
Delightful. Love that.
So very low on the slashing damage. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's on d8s. So that is 6 and 7. So 13 slashing damage. And then the necrotic damage is 10 and 8. 18 necrotic.
Oy, okay.
So it's 13 slashing and 18 necrotic. And I need a saving throw from you, a con save DC 14.
Oh boy.
And
on,
I know
Grandpa.
you are immune to normal disease, but this is magical, so it
Okay.
requires a roll.
All right, I need a 12 on the die here. Rolling the mana vein again. Ooh. 12.
12 total?
You need a
12
12?
total.
That will not make it. So
Oh,
nothing
no.
happens. There's no perceivable effect at this time.
We're
Um,
good.
Can I make an Arcana check to perceive that something has happened to me?
I mean, you already made the check that you know that they carry disease, and
Okay.
claw and bites from them are the sort of thing that spread it. You
Yeah, but
would
am I about to
already
turn
be
it into, like-
suspecting.
Okay. Because the other way that this could go, if Pretty doesn't know,
Cool.
is he's the guy in a zombie movie. He's like, I didn't get bit, or it was just a graze, so I'm the one who's immune. I'm the one who doesn't
Yeah.
get affected. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course. And it is now going to, because it has grappled you, it's now going to snake its tongue out towards your head as well. But it'll have to do that on its next turn. Please roll concentration.
I
Oh,
know
no, sorry, you
spells
don't need
up.
concentration on it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm
I was
just
thinking of the haste.
hammering this fucker with cantrips, baby. no fancy
Seriously.
stuff going on here.
MVP
Can't
of the
break
game. Because this is just, you can keep doing this all day. You can do this
Yeah.
forever.
Do this all damn day.
And a pair of skeletons that are relatively near to Morgan are going to assault her.
Don't do it!
Um,
Don't! That's what I'm saying directly to the skeletons as
Yeah.
they approach me. Don't do it!
Amazing.
They are both
Don't
going
do
to hit.
it!
No!
Don't!
Only have
Don't
an
do
AC of
it!
14, so they actually both hit you.
No!
So they only do 1d6 plus 1 each. I rolled the maximum and the minimum. So one of them does 2 and one of them does 7.
Do I have to roll 2 concentration or just 1?
You have to roll 2 concentration
Okay.
checks, but one of them is real low because
Yeah.
it's base because they didn't do enough damage to take you over 10. So one of them is a DC 10. Actually, they're both
That's
DC 10 because it's the damage.
That first one's a 10 plus,
That'll do it.
and
10
then
is
the second
Is
one,
the number.
14 plus.
Okay, you got a +2. You needed to roll 8s or better on the dice, so
Ooh.
you're in good shape. So you managed to maintain your concentration, but you have these dang skeletons swinging their like rusty. One of them has like a club that it's actually another bone, like it's another piece of another skeleton, and the other one has like a bent, broken, rusty sword.
Yeah, just a couple of God! I
Other-
said stop.
Other skeletons
Stop,
are
you.
coming towards you guys. There are, like I said, less of them in the room. Ugna, the ones that are climbing up the big guy, there are less of them because of the last lightning bolt, but they are the ones that are still there are getting up to where you are.
Yep.
But in addition, everyone who is like able to take some notice, I think Ugna is probably a little distracted and Tromlin is very distracted. But I think everybody else will notice shadows in the entrance to the cave coming to the Avatar of Hunger, and I will remind everyone that there were giant piles of dead bodies outside the mouth of the cave.
Mhm.
And that's a good place to take a break.
Yep.
So end of the round.
Oh boy.
Let's
Sounds good to me.
We'll see
take
y'all
our
in the
break
second
and come
half.
back. I will point out that you guys have that thing at 199 damage,
Oh my god.
and it's not been able to regenerate.
Good.
Good.
Because we can't regenerate either.
It looks pretty bad. You guys can still regenerate. You have spells, healing
Let's
potions.
think about what we're gonna do, and
Mhm.
let's go on break. Okay, bye.
Bye.